Hi guys, I didn't eat for 24 hours and now I'm very hungry, but I want to show you what 2100 calories and about 100 grams of proteins look like. It's almost vegan. I do have 2 eggs, but you don't need to include them. That's optional. And I also take some supplements. I'll explain to you later. I'll start with my main dish. That's lentils. I did cook 1 kilogram of lentils, raw lentils. And now I have, this is 6 days, this is the 7th day. I did put in some carrots in there. And lentils are great because they've got a lot of protein and minerals and iron. Well, they are really great, believe me. And I'll just show you how I eat it, okay, in a very authentic way. I will add, so this is 142 grams of raw lentils, you know, times 7 is 1 kilogram. And yeah, I'll add additionally there 100 grams of raw carrots. Well, I'll add a little bit to the arugula. This is my salad, you could say so. Then I'll add 50 grams of onion, raw onions. Well, I'll add half of it to the lentils, half of it to the arugula. I mean, you can mix it up however you prefer it, al gusto. And I have some raw ginger as well, 3 grams of raw ginger. And the most important ingredient, I'd say almost, is the garlic. Garlic is so cheap and so healthy. It adds spice and it adds a lot of good stuff, you know. So I'm adding about 10 grams of raw garlic, 10 to the arugula, 5 to the arugula, 5 to the lentils, whatever. You know, you can mix it up however you want. Oh, the arugula thing is, you know, to be honest, I eat this maybe once or twice per week, the arugula, but the lentils, I do it every day. The arugula is just, honestly, I just like the taste of it. Of course, it has nice ingredients, but for my daily routine with what I eat, I don't really need it. It's just a nice add-on. You know, most of the time I don't eat arugula and I will just add this there. But today is a special day. Then we've got 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is very good because it has vitamin E, and to be honest, I just do it because it gives me, I really like the taste. You know, I'll add some olive oil here and some olive oil there. Okay, there we go. Okay. Just lick that. Yeah, it's very good. By the way, I always recommend you to avoid or reduce your plastic consumption. Oh no. No, I have to. No, I think that's fine. Yeah, and to do that, if it's possible for you, try to buy the olive oil in glass bottles and not plastic, you know? Okay, so and of course, I'm sorry, almost forgot it. That's the red bell pepper, 100 grams raw, 2. A bit for the lentils, a bit for the arugula. And that's the kale, cooked from frozen. Yeah, there's no shame in buying kale frozen. Where I live, I can only buy frozen right now. It's quite cheap and it's a superfood. I do like the taste. Okay, so then usually after eating the lentils and the oats with the linseeds seeds or flax seeds, ground flax seeds, very important, otherwise you just poop them out and your body can't get the nutrients. I also add some berries, but after that usually I do it 50 grams of cashews, yeah, without salt, not roasted. And yeah, but anyways, I want to show you how this looks like. I do consume the oats with soy milk. I do consume this one from Alpro without sugar. Yeah, you know, I do not want any sugar in my diet, and that's like the nutrients. As you can see, it has no sugar at all. Low calories, well, I don't care about that, but it has some proteins, 3.3 grams per 100 gram, which is nice. A little bit of vitamin D2, B12, and vitamin B2. So not bad. It's a bit expensive. Well, €1, no, usually like more than €2, but I did buy 150 packs when it was on a discount, and I got it way cheaper. Anyways, so this is my first meal, right? The lentils with carrots, red bell pepper, ginger, onion, garlic, and olive oil. And my second meal, now the arugula is a bonus thing. The second meal is 100 grams of oats with 15 grams of flax seeds, and also 50 grams of different berries. It's a berry mix, you know, frozen. I do buy them frozen, and then it does not look as smooth as I wanted it to look, but it's no problem. Wait a second, I'll show you. I'm aware this food is not the most aesthetic one, but still, for the guys out there and girls who do want to get inspired of how much food you need per day, if you want to have about 2,000 calories and 100 grams of protein, this is how it looks like. And it's vegetarian or vegan, depending how you want it to be. It can be also plant-based. Of course, you could eat this and just, you know, add whatever you want, right? But it's a good base because the ingredients are very cheap and very healthy, especially the oats and the lentils, right? The fundamentals of my diet is lentils and oats. So now, instead of taking the soy milk, you could take whatever, well, liquid you prefer, right? Or a yogurt. But I do like this one because it does not have sugar. And it's 500 milliliters of soy milk. And yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more here. That's how it will look like. And this I will drink. Maybe you are wondering what that is. It's I think glycin. Yeah, glycin is an amino acid. That's 10 grams of glycin. To be honest, you don't need it at all, and it's kind of dumb that I bought it, but you know, whatever. Yeah, that's Watson Nutrition is the brand. I don't like that it's in plastic, and yeah, whatever. So I do add 10 grams of protein like this per day right now to my diet. And well, the idea of glycin is that it might help with collagen synthesis, and since I do have a plant-based diet, usually I don't eat any animal products. The last few weeks and months I'm eating eggs again. I do pay a little extra money so that the male chickens do not get slaughtered right away. But if I'm honest, it doesn't make a difference. Maybe I should get rid of the eggs again, because it's dumb. They will eventually die, right? So I don't know. But nutritionally speaking, eggs are actually pretty nice, and they are like ethically. Here in Germany we have like 3 different kinds of types of eggs, and the ones I buy are the best ones, but I don't know. It still sucks, to be honest. You know, like it still sucks. I don't know. I should read it. Well, it says always, oh, the male chickens do not get slaughtered right away. Maybe a few days later. I don't know what they do with them. This is not good to be ignorant. I should check the info and then take a decision. But anyways, eggs, nutritionally speaking, are actually good. And I really like the taste. But this is optional, right? If you don't eat this, you only drop 10 grams of protein. And I do weigh about 56 kilos. So this is probably 120 pounds. So, you know, I only really need maybe 75, 80 grams. And everything above that is probably overkill anyways. But anyway, so yeah, so this is glycin. It can help with collagen synthesis. Well, not really, but that's the idea. But to be honest, there is no real evidence for that, but okay. And then it doesn't hurt. It's 10 grams of protein, right? And I think it's good for if you have, I think it might help you to fall asleep sooner. I don't know. By the way, of course, no medical advice here, okay? No medical advice. I'm just telling you what I eat in a day, what works for you. And of course, you are free to eat whatever you want. This is only informational, educational, okay? Not like medical advice or anything. So then we've got creatine. I mean, yeah, creatine is a no-brainer, I would say. Oh yeah, this one, I've got it from Watson Nutrition as well. Like I said, it's quite a bit too expensive, and it's in plastic, which I don't like, but whatever. I did buy it there, and yeah, I don't get money from them. I wish. Yeah, creatine is a no-brainer. It's very, very good for, I mean, most people are responders, so that means if they take creatine, yes, a lot of things about them do get a boost. You do get a boost in explosive strength. You can do more reps, maybe. Cognitively speaking, it's good for you. Whatever. If you're interested in that, you know, other people can explain it better than me, probably. And yeah. So this is creatine. This is collagen. Most of the time, I actually just mix it in one glass. I put in water and then I drink it like that. And I do eat this. Then I can tell you what that is. The most important things, in my opinion, as a vegan or vegetarian or someone who is eating a plant-based diet, is B12, as you can see, is in there. Oh, this is called Male All-in-One, and it's vegan. B12 is the most important thing. You can see it kind of in the middle. Then vitamin D is very important for everyone, by the way. Vitamin B12 and vitamin D is important for everyone, even if you eat meat. Come on, most people have no fucking idea how much vitamin B12 is contained in whatever animal products they eat. You know, this is very important. Vitamin D is very important. Most people in Germany have a deficiency. So yeah, I do supplement it, but obviously consult this with your doctor. And then we have, what is very important is iodine. I think in English it means iodine or whatever. Yeah, this is very important. It's so important that most states in the world add it to anything, to salt, to different foods, so that the state makes sure that the population does not get a deficiency, because it's so important. I do not eat salt. That's more like a personal choice of me. I just don't need it for the taste anymore. But I do need iodine, so that's very important. I do supplement it right now with this thing. But, you know, all this other stuff that is here, I don't really need it. I would say it's just like a little bonus boost I'm trying out right now. But if I had to decide on 3 things I really need for my health as a vegan, well, almost vegan, because right now I'm also eating eggs, it would be for sure B12, vitamin D, and iodide, or yod, or whatever you call it, you know? The thing that is good for your thyroid, or that you need for your thyroid. And the rest here is, honestly, I mean, you know, I've got like carnitine, taurine, and carnosine in there, which is interesting. I mean, it's vegan, you know, and usually vegans can't get it, really, from other sources that are vegan. Maybe your own body can produce it. Oh, by the way, whatever. Like I told you, you don't really need this. If you use chronometer or whatever other tracking tool for your diet, and you are 100% sure that you hit every nutrient you need, macro and micronutrient, then you don't need supplements. And even if you don't hit them optimally, you probably don't need supplements. Don't be fooled, right? Nutritionists and experts say this, and it's true. You don't need expensive supplements, and this is my philosophy, right, of nutrition. You don't need expensive supplements. There are vital ones: vitamin B12, vitamin D, and iodide. But apart from that, probably you'll be fine as long as you hit, as long as you know what you eat per day, as long as you know something about nutrition, as long as you know that there is a lot of stuff that you need. Those are most important vitamins. I'm sorry, I have to explain you. This is a website called Chronometer. Those are all the ingredients, and I just show you everything here. Everything here is there. Apart from the supplements, you see this, right? What I eat today: lentils raw, so virgin olive oil, red bell peppers, carrots, blah blah blah. Everything. You can go there. Food, search for something. Sorry, it's here and all. You search, type in whatever food, you search it, you click it, you put in the amount of it, how many grams or servings, and then you see how much calories you have in total, right? Here we have 2,132. You can see fat 97 grams, carbs 178, protein 107, and you know, this is, don't worry about this targets. You can change them manually for whatever reason. Seems like I changed this up, but don't worry about this 159%. This is just, let's say you have like I don't know, you want to do a high carb, low fat diet, then you can put in as a target that you want to have 70% of your total calories from carbs, and then it will show you. Okay, whatever, it's not important right now. And yeah, then as I told you, you've got the macronutrients here, carbs, you see the fiber, got a lot of fiber, this is good. You can mess with this. I think it's an American app, I'm not sure. So the daily recommendations are, I think this is just what the American Association recommends, but depending from what country you are, this will vary. For example, calcium, as you can see here, Great Britain does recommend you to hit 600 milligrams per day. I think Germany it's 1,000 milligrams or even more. You know, so you can do your own research, ask your doctor, whatever, a nutritionist, and put in whatever number you need, right? If you are pregnant, you might need more of something, like folate, maybe. By the way, this is not medical advice. Or if you are an athlete, you might need more of a certain vitamin or nutrient. or some protein, whatever. So yeah, you see the proteins here, the different, most important amino acid ones. Looks good. Fat. Yeah. Oh, I did forget to tell you, omega-3 is very important, right? That's why I have the flax seeds, those little seeds in here, and that's why I do consume. These are omega-3 supplements, those four. Yeah, I do consume omega-3. You know, that's just a boost. If you eat flax seeds every day, that's pretty good. At least 15 grams, that's what I do. I could crank it up to 30 maybe, I don't know. 15 is fine. Plus I do supplement it because it's very good for cognitive function, good for cardiovascular health. And yeah, it has EPA and DHA. It's quite expensive. I don't like that it's in a plastic thing. Yeah. And then I also consume this omega-3 thing where you do have DHA and EPA, and also ARA, which might be also kind of important. Yeah, it's like a omega 9. I'm sorry, no, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not sure right now what it is, but it's like another omega fatty acid, whatever. I think is good. Do your own research here. EPA and DHA are the most important ones, I think, but I wanted to try this, which also contains ARA. I knew this maybe a few months ago, but I forgot about it again, whatever. So yeah, I do consume omega-3 through flax seeds. Ground ones, very important, otherwise you cook them out and your body can't absorb those juicy omega-3 fats. And then I do take 4 of these ones, male all-in-one essentials, so that then I have all of that stuff. Yeah, okay, well, B1, vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9, B12, vitamin A, D, E, vitamin K2, calcium, a little boost there, iron, but I should be fine with iron, more than fine, because I eat lentils every day. Zinc, iode, selenium, copper, mangan, chrome, molybdenum, whatever. Yeah, well, and then I do have 2 eggs here, in total about 120 grams. Honestly, just for the taste. Would I need it nutritionally? Not really. It's a little protein boost. I like the taste. I do cook them, you know, and in boiling water, I boil them, and yeah. So yeah, what's interesting is that, oh, I forgot one thing is, I'm sorry, the magnesium. Yeah, I do take 1 or 2 of these per day. Yeah, 1 capsule has 150 milligrams, and 2 capsules have 300 milligrams. But the good thing is, since I do take 50 grams of cashews, I'm actually fine. All of these things that you see there, like all the micronutrients, this is without the supplements, okay? So really, in my case, besides from B12, vitamin D, and iodine, I do not need these supplements, okay? I do not need omega-3. I got omega-3 through this, right? You see this? I do have enough omega-3. This is only through my linseeds, the crushed linseeds. As you can see here, I added them. There are linseeds. Whole and ground, 50 grams, 80 calories, right? Yeah, it's most of the omega-3s through that. Omega-6 here, it says it's not enough. Okay, well, I should look at that. Okay. Anyways, so you see, this looks good. Sodium, yeah, I don't know about that. Potassium, well, pretty good. And yeah, D3 not perfect, but as I told you, I mess a little bit with those recommendations. You can mess with it as well, do your own research, like you know, go through every vitamin, see how much is recommended by different associations and institutions. Maybe ask your doctor, a nutritionist, ask yourself, how much do I need, what's my age, what's my gender, how much physical activity do I have in my life, and then you can fine-tune, right? But it's a good orientation here, and you can see without my supplements, this is all without supplements, everything looks pretty good, right? Yeah, so yeah, look at how much iron I've got, like almost 3 times as much as recommended. Don't worry, sometimes there is a upper tolerable limit. You can only research. Upper tolerable limit means, you know, I don't know, for some nutrients maybe it says, well, if you have 100 times more than more than the recommendation, it starts to have bad effects on your health or something like that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm very hungry. I just want to eat now. I know it was a little bit messy, but I hope it was inspirational, motivational, educational. Little twist. You can think about how much does this cost. What do you think without the supplements? Because the supplements I do take are kind of useless. I told you, it's just a little boost. And vitamin D, B12, and iodine would cost maybe 50 cents or more. So what do you think, if you watched until now, what do you think? How much does this cost? How much does all of this cost? Well, with not the supplements. This, the X, okay, and this. What do you think? How much does this cost for 2,100 calories? And 2,132 calories and about 107 grams of protein. You know, would be maybe only 97 without the glycin. Anyways, guys and girls, thank you for watching, and see you soon. Before I stop this, you know, I do pull-ups every day and I try to run every day. Well, last days, I don't know, I didn't feel quite well, so and sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, I do run just only 10 meters, which is pathetic, but I do want to keep the momentum going, the habit, and I do at least one pull-up every day. That's guaranteed. I do run at least 1 meter every day. I always leave my flat. I do walk to a pull-up bar, so I've got fresh air and sunlight, some movement. I think I'm getting soon, very soon, especially after I eat this super nice meal. I didn't touch on that. I'm kind of fasting, intermittent fasting. I'm doing this. I don't know. In the morning I'm not hungry, so, and as long as you hit all of your calories, it's all good. And macro and micronutrients. Well, there is some evidence that fasting is very beneficial, and intermittent fasting too, but this is no medical advice. That's just how I do it. And yeah, well, I hope that I can stay consistent and improve my quality over time. And yeah, thanks for watching. And yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think? How much dollars or euros, pounds does this cost? And yeah, I don't even have to show you how it tastes. I know how good it tastes. I do eat this a lot. and it's a goal of mine to maybe, be very strict with my diet and eat it almost every day, ideally every day, and sometimes sprinkle in a little cheat day where I maybe eat still the oats and the lentils every day, but additionally something else maybe. Yeah, well, thanks for watching and see you. Bye.